Okay, so to use Snap and Read on worksheets that you want the students to be able to edit, what you can do is actually use your Google Drive app on your iPad and upload a photo of the worksheet that you took using the camera on the iPad. And those directions and a video tutorial are provided on the handout for Snap and Read, so under the Teacher Setup section. So if you're not sure how to do that, check that section. And then this is going to be a video on how your students can actually access that information that you shared with them that you want them to edit. So what they're going to do is they're going to sign into their Google Drive account, and then they're going to go to Shared with Me and search for the file that you have shared with them. Now I know that it's this one called Screenshot, so I'm going to click and open that one. And now I have the example of the worksheet that I want the student to be able to edit. Okay, but right now it has all this black section behind it. It's just something that they can see. It's an image. It's not something that they can edit. But there's this handy little tool called DocHub. You may see DocHub here, or you may just see Open With. Either way, click on the little arrow right here and click Open With DocHub. If you don't see DocHub for some reason, you can go to Connect More Apps, type in DocHub, select it, and then it should show up the next time. So I'm going to click on it. And what's going to happen is that the document is going to open up in a program where I can go ahead and type and add text into it. So here we go. I can rename it if I want to, which would be recommended. So I'm just going to call this Snap and Read. Okay, it's just like renaming a Google Doc. It gives me a notification right here. I'm going to close that out. So what you can do is you can actually scroll up and down the page right here. And if the student needs to Snap and Read to translate, you can click on the little Snap and Read icon. And you'll notice that it covers up the scroll bar. So if the students need to scroll up or down, they have to actually turn Snap and Read off, move to the spot where they want to be in the page, and then turn Snap and Read back on. Okay. So this is not an editable document where you can highlight words. So what you actually need to do is use this second tool down here. Click on it. You'll get these crosshairs. And what you're going to do is just click and kind of drag to highlight the text that you want to be translated.
Singular, I have 0 colorful gates.
Okay, so it's not perfect. It read as 0, but you still get the idea. So now I have this highlighted right here, or selected right here. I can double click to highlight it. And then I can go to the Translate tool and Snap and Read. Okay, and that is going to translate it into the language, which I have as Spanish. And you'll notice that when I take my mouse over it, I get a little question mark. You can click on that. It's going to turn it back into English and go back and forth between Spanish. And when you want to close it, you can click on the X. Okay, so if you need any translation features, that's what you do. I'm going to turn that off for now. And I'm going to show you how the student can work on the actual sheet to give you some information. So basically there are going to be two tools that they use. This A, which is a text tool, and the arrow right next to it. So I'm going to click on the A, and you'll notice that the menu comes up so I can change the size of the font, the style, and everything if I want to over here. And then I get this little crosshair with a little box. I'm going to pull down to where I want to add my text and click. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add the information that needs to be added. Okay. Now, if I wanted to keep going, I could just go and click in the next section and keep typing. And you'll notice that I keep having the text box. Okay, I'm going to keep having that text box until I go and click on the arrow tool. And then you'll see that I don't, when I move my mouse around, I don't have that text box anymore. But what I do have is the selector tool, so I can drag and move things around. I can delete something by clicking on the X if I didn't want that to be there. Okay, so let's just say that your student did this whole entire sheet ready to turn it into you. Okay, what you do is you click on the 3 lines right up here in the top right, and we're going to go send and email attachment. Okay, so automatically default so that the student will get a copy of what they send to you. And then they're going to have to go in here and they will have to type in your email address. So they're going to have to know what that is and make sure that they type it correctly. The subject is going to be the title of the document, and then if they want to add anything or change the message, they can right here, but it's not necessary. And then what you're going to do is click send. You'll get a confirmation that it has been sent. And then what you can do as the teacher is go to your Google account or whatever email account the student sent it to, and then open up the attachment and see their work. And that should kind of be it. So let me know if you have any questions.